Hello, this is Jeff Nager with AMD World Championship of Custom Bike Building. Today we're here with Jack Diazio with Suicide Jack choppers. And I gotta say, one of the things about this bike we're gonna be talking about is that the paint really makes it pop. And maybe we should start with the paint because there's a little story about how the paint came to be. So talk a little bit about how that came together for you.
Well, I wanted the bike black and gold, and my painter was giving me a hard time about it. And I went home and I told my wife, he's really getting to me because he won't paint it the way I want it. So she bought me an old Bitwell helmet from years ago with that color paint and the gold leaf, and I took the helmet to him, and he said if he would make it work, and that's what we came up with.
I think I know those painters can be a little bit challenging to work with, but thank God they are.
Oh, thank God, because he really saved it with this bike. He nailed it with that paint.
Well, let's start at the front end because, you know, it's the package that really works together. You've got an old Springer front end. Tell me what we're looking at here. What year we're looking at?
You're looking at a 48 Harley Springer front end. You're looking at old Soho Firestone tires.
Can you still get those?
Yes, you can. I had a buddy of mine in New York that I don't know where he got them, but he called me and said he had them, and he mounted them on black rims. And
they're very cool looking.
Thank you. And the headlight's a Harley headlight. I didn't get the year. I bought it at a swap meet all beat up and redid it. And had the ring brass plated down in Palm Coast Plating in Florida.
So how much brass do you have on here? It looks like the brass really accentuates the whole build.
I just spaced it out so I didn't get too much in one spot, and I didn't want everything brass.
Yeah.
You know, and but there is quite a bit. The foot pegs, the kickstart, that was all done by Courthouse Customs out of Ohio. They made them for me. The mirror was done by Spitfire Customs. He made that, which was a solid block of brass.
Spitfire does an outstanding job, don't they?
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He checked with me 3 times to make sure I was happy with the mirror.
Yeah.
Very good guys. Gas cap and oil cap were made by Gabe from After Hours Shoppers in California. Very talented man.
And your risers, I noticed that they are rubber mounted. That helps a little bit?
Yeah, it helps my hands, especially with arthritis.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Because I ride a Springer as my daily rider, and it hurts. So.
Okay, well, let's talk about the mill. What year is it? What have you done with it?
It's a 1974 shovel head. He used to drag race it, so I tore it all down. Comes out to be about an 80 cubic inch. Just new pistons, new rings, new seals, just everything. You know, except I didn't break the bottom end down. That looked all pretty solid.
So once you rebuild an engine like that, how many miles will it go before you have to do another rebuild, do you think, the way you ride it?
On a shovel head, you could probably go, I usually like to tear them down after like 5,000 miles, 3 to 5. And that's my own preference.
Gotcha. Let's talk about the oil tank. I like the way that it fits there, and the color combination really makes it pop.
Well, when I mocked it up and brought it to my painter, I had a different oil tank in it. He didn't like it.
So he kicked it back?
Yeah, we were arguing in his shop, and then I looked in the corner and there was an old fire extinguisher laying there. So I said, well, why don't we cut that in half, get another one, weld them together, and we'll make an oil tank out of the fire extinguishers.
So that's what we're looking at?
That's a fire extinguisher, an old one laying on the floor.
So talk about the rear fender. It's got that crease in it. It adds some real sex appeal.
That's Pat from Lead Sled Customs made that for me.
Those guys are outstanding too, man. You picked them all.
Yeah, I was leaving yesterday and he wanted to see it, so I took him over to it. But yeah, he did, and he does great work. Just amazing.
So before we leave, you got to talk a little bit about how the name of the shop came together, and what's that all about?
I played a lot of blackjack when I go to Vegas and stuff, and you're always used to the Suicide Kings. And my name being Jack, I said I'll take a card and make a skull in the Jack and have a sword through his head. So that's my logo with a Suicide Jack card.
So how long you guys been in business?
I've been doing it probably since '03. I'm just by myself, and I'll help people out, but I usually just build customs for myself.
So if somebody was here at Sturgis, saw what you're doing or online, how would they get a hold of you? Do you have a website, Facebook account?
And my wife has the Facebook. I don't do that. I have an email address, and jdiagazio@yahoo.com.
And a website?
No, I do not.
And why don't you spell that email address?
It's jdeagazio@yahoo.com.
All right, well, there you have it, the 411 here in Sturgis. Thank you very much, and good luck in this show, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you, I appreciate it.